Okay, so Gambonanza is still unhinged. You get random gambits, curse styles, and builds that make zero sense, but somehow still work. Today, I continued on with my bad ideas. I wanted to beat the game with no gambits at all, and unlike last time, I game with strategies. To start off, what even are gambits? Gambits are tokens which will give you the upper edge on your opponent. They can do anything from earning you that extra money you need to letting your opponent skip 10 whole turns in a row. Guess you could say they're the most important feature of the whole game. Here's what made my first strategy. I go full in on the protection tiles. I will only buy the good pieces from shop and no gambling. The first few games went pretty easy considering most runs you wouldn't even have gambits for them anyway. I used the whole of stage 1 to save up on some money because I'll need it. During stage 2, I needed to spend a little more. Just these 3 pieces were never going to make it as the games got harder and harder and harder. I mainly focused on protection tiles. When my pieces land on these tiles, they cannot be captured for 1 turn. That will allow me more freedom to take defended pieces without getting captured myself. This combination landed me all the way at the second boss. It only had one drawback really. These tiles were expensive. The money I carefully saved up was slowly fading away. I only had $8 left. I couldn't afford to keep losing my pieces. But I couldn't stop it either. I was severely outnumbered. I tried to hold up on my own, all the way until Hikaru the Banished completely wiped the board with me. Sadly, I grumbled at the boss of the third stage. But I wasn't done. I had more strategies. I had more things I just needed to try to beat this challenge. So for my second strategy, I will ignore the tiles to save up money for pieces and upgrades. I will only buy good pieces from the shop still, and no gambling. But let's hold on for a second. I'm now trying to win this without not one, but 2 of the core mechanics? For the love of me, wish me luck. On round 1 of my new strategy, I got obliterated by the very first boss. But to be honest with you, Judith Bulgaisha is a tough one. So there's no reason to panic, I can just try again. Let's not talk about this. Third time's a charm. I finally got past the first boss and the game could begin. At this point, I had gathered 3 bishops and a knight. Pretty good combination if you ask me. Because I was no longer spending the money on tiles, I had also built up quite a bit in case my pieces needed restocking. All that was left to do was play good games. All that I needed to do was not lose my pieces. And guess what? I managed to do just that, game after game. I finally made it to the second boss. And I even won that. But at this point, I had been playing and failing in this game for hours on end. I had fallen victim to the phenomenon named tilting. By my last game, I wasn't even getting tricked into any kind of difficult position. I was blundering like someone who doesn't even know how the pieces move. My mind gave up before this game did. And that's the story of how I failed my second Gambonanza challenge. If you want to see me suffer more, hit subscribe and give me your worst challenge ideas below. Next time I see you, the actual full game will be released, and I hereby vouch to destroy it. Bye bye.